And then I once told the story about how I got a Phantom of the Opera name because I found out I was named for somebody that Mom wanted to marry more than Dad. Thanks a lot, Mom. Now for the regularly scheduled jokes because I've got an agenda. All right. I know that when I'm driving home from work, that means I have the car radio on, and when I'm driving to work as well, because it's a long enough commute, and I've been having it on to 89.3 The Current, which broadcasts a lot of indie music, public radio. This past week, I heard one song there that finally answered some questions for me. It was Misty by Leslie Gore, and I found out, yes, that was the same song that inspired the Clint Eastwood movie Play Misty for Me, just a different version. And then that was also the song in an episode of Cheers that Cliff was singing to somebody when he was fondling her, and it's like, okay. But then I found out that it was being played by 89.3 The Current because apparently TikTok made it popular again. So then I had to put a posting on Facebook asking a comedy friend of mine who knows music well about TikTok. And I said, thoughts? And he said, well, it's about squeezing pimples and making 5 seconds of a song popular again. It'll lower your attention span. It's like, well, I guess I got my answer then, so I guess I'm not missing much by not seeing anything on TikTok. But I know it is making some songs popular again, usually more recent than something from the 60s, though. I think I'll stick to YouTube. You got full music videos on that one. Got to go to the expert on that one. Haven't met anybody who knows more about music than that fellow comic. And then I know that, years I just pass right by certain TV commercials because it's advertising things that I'm not going to buy. Although sometimes they still catch your attention nonetheless. They've been doing that series of commercials from Domino's Pizza lately about the emergency pizza. And I know that all the time I'll say certain commercials are hyperbole in terms of being extreme about needing their product. That sure has been true with the emergency pizzas with Domino's Pizza, because the one that I keep coming back to is when somebody's trying to enjoy a sandwich on a park bench and some bird of prey comes by that screeches and then snatches their sandwich, and then out of nowhere from the nearby tree, a Domino's Pizza delivery person pops up and says, "Here you go." And it's like, I think another term for that is farce, ridiculous and unlikely. When I go eat a sandwich, I'm indoors. Call me crazy, that just seems to be a better idea on where you're going to eat a sandwich. I do like pizza though, but I usually don't get delivery. But I digress. All right, and next subject. I knows the bank employees that needs tails for the bank, like tails from the crypt. Yeah, that river is not running dry anytime soon. This week I got the supply orders, and usually it's nothing special. It's like, all right, check stock envelopes because I print checks for a bank all day. But I had to order copy paper, and I didn't get as much as I had hoped. I got a half box of copy paper, so 5 reams instead of 10. It's like, well, I guess I can use it just the same. It just won't last quite as long. So if it means I have to order again, then whenever, so be it. I know well enough to order what I need, because I don't have to explain to my boss why things aren't going out. I want to keep my job. I love my job. And then another notable thing was the day after that, when supply orders arrived, it was raining. Now, granted, it wasn't pouring rain, but it's like, well, it was still light rain. It's like, there was one time where the courier refused to deliver because they didn't want to ruin the product. And it's like, can I refuse the delivery? And it's like, I didn't have that option. Check shop doorbell rings. It's the branch manager with the courier. They bring it all in. It's like, okay, I still would have preferred a day later because I checked the weather report. It wasn't going to rain the next day, Wednesday. But you make do with what you've got. Yes, there are worse things in the world. And then the other thing I've been dealing with reminds me of a running gag they had when Dilbert was a comic strip that was seen a lot more at my bank, one colleague called it offshoring, but I guess it's often called outsourcing, and it was a fictional nation called North Albania, and it's like, well, I guess if your checks are coming to me late, they're going to go out late. That's circumstances beyond my control, just like that Pretenders song, Back on the Chain Gang. Document, it wasn't my fault if it went out late, people. Well, yeah, I stayed active even on this 3-day holiday weekend, including today, where it's like, okay, I've got the day off, might as well go eat at Mall of America because I have the time. And I went to 3 different places trying to find Simpson socks, and it's like, yeah, I didn't think I'd have that much trouble, but I was pleased that a place I hadn't heard of that did more than just socks had what I wanted. Go figure. You'd think it'd be the exclusive sock place that would have. Nope. Then I went to 2 movies. Not your typical movies either. One, a documentary about military chaplains. No, Father Mulcahy wasn't mentioned. He's a fictional character. And then the other was Swan Lake. Yeah. This weirdo went to see ballet at a movie theater. Yeah, I can surprise people on what I go see and what I like. Well, that'll do it for me. Thank you all, been great. Woo!